for men smashed through my front door, tattoos marked with gang symbols, trembling hands clutching cheap pistols, and eyes full of false courage. They must have expected an old man too weak to fight back, a retired schoolteacher, maybe someone who'd beg or pray for mercy. What they found instead was me, the man who once trained killers in jungles far from home. Reflexes like that never fade. They only wait. 11 seconds later, the room was quiet again, for bodies lay cooling on the floor, their weapons scattered like fallen toys. My pulse? Calm. No tremor. No regret. Then my phone vibrated. A text from my brother. Make sure he suffers. He gets everything in the will. I frowned. He hadn't spoken to me in years. Why now? Another message arrived seconds later. He's begging for death. I typed back, good. Finish it. My hand shook, not from fear, but from realization. Those men weren't here for a robbery. They were sent for me, by someone who shared my blood. I grabbed my keys and drove through the night. Streetlights sliced through the darkness, each one lighting up memories I'd tried to bury. My brother, and I hadn't spoken since our parents' funeral. He took everything. Our father's house, the family business, even the trust fund, and I let him. I wanted peace, not poison money. Now he wanted my life too. When I reached his estate, the gate hung open, too quiet. Inside, the place glowed with candlelight. The air was heavy with melted wax and whiskey. On the dining table sat a stack of papers. A will. My will. Signed. Notarized. Forged. Every cent I had transferred to my brother. The handwriting looked familiar. The same looping style I'd taught him when we forged school signatures as kids. My chest tightened. He wasn't just trying to kill me. He wanted to erase me. I didn't call the police. There was no need. I poured myself a glass of his whiskey and sat in the chair he once mocked me for never earning. Old ghosts whispered in the silence. The fiancée he stole while I was deployed. The years of lies about her moving on. I'd buried that betrayal under discipline and distance. But now I saw it clearly. This wasn't about money. It was about guilt. Then I saw a photograph. My brother stood beside a young man, maybe 20. The boy's eyes mirrored mine. The caption below read, "Proud of you, son." My breath caught. My brother never had children. Or so he'd said. My phone buzzed again. A video. My brother's voice off screen. "Tell him what you found." The young man in the photo appeared. His voice trembled. "He's my father and yours." The world stopped. My blood felt like stone. He wasn't my nephew. He was my son, the child of the woman my brother had stolen. I found them in the study. My brother sat slumped in his chair, reeking of whiskey, a gun beside him. The boy stood behind him, eyes red from tears and fury. "The hero finally shows up," my brother sneered. "You lied to both of us," I said quietly. He laughed, a dry, broken sound. "You lied first. You left her. I just took what you threw away. She was pregnant." I whispered. He smiled. "You were gone. Someone had to raise the bastard." The air turned heavy. My son stepped forward. "He told me you abandoned us." I looked him in the eye. "Did he tell you he forged my will? That he sent men to kill me?" The boy turned toward my brother. The truth was written across that drunken face. The love in my son's eyes turned to rage. I didn't shout. I didn't move for the gun. I slid the forge will across the desk. "Sign it," I said. My brother smirked. "Or what? You'll kill me?" I leaned closer, my voice steady. "No, you'll do that yourself." I handed him the gun. For a long moment, he just stared at it, as if seeing himself for the first time. Then the sound came, one single, wet crack. Final. I buried in myself. No prayers, no words, just dirt. My son didn't come to the grave. He sent a message instead. "I need time." I understood. I needed a lifetime. Now, I live in the house that once belonged to him. The silence has weight here. Sometimes I pour 2 glasses of whiskey and sit where he died, speaking softly to the ghost of the man I used to be. The fool who believed family meant loyalty. It doesn't. Blood doesn't bind. It marks where betrayal will cut the deepest. And when it does, you don't bleed. You burn. That night, I didn't just bury a brother. I buried the last lie that ever dared to call itself family.